evening, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, we'll try that one more time. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. That's much better. Welcome to the Fall 2015 FCPS Retirement Ceremony. My name is Marty Smith. I'm the Chief of Staff for Fairfax County Public Schools, and it's a great pleasure to be here to honor you this evening, our retirees. I think that deserves a great round of applause. So tonight we get just a glimpse of the incredible talent and memorable moments of our retirees. And so here are just a few statistics for you. And earlier this evening I was asked how many overall retirees we have this fall. Overall we have 284 individuals retiring from Fairfax County Public Schools this fall. Tonight we have 55 retirees being honored, with more than 150 friends and family members and colleagues who came with them to share in their celebration. So when you add all of that up, the retirees this evening represent an astounding 1,262 combined years of service. So we've been waiting about 1,262 years for this evening tonight, so we should get started here pretty quickly. But before we get started, I would like to introduce some very special guests. First, we have several members of our school board who will be congratulating you tonight right over there. And so I would like to ask each of them to stand as I call their name. First of all, we have Pat Hines, Chairman from the Hunter Mill District. Ryan McElveen, Member at Large. Il-Yong Moon, Member at Large. Kathy Smith, Sully District. Dan Stork, Mount Vernon District. And Ted Velkoff, Member at Large. Additionally, we have several members of our leadership team here this evening, so I'm going to ask them to stand as I call their name. First, we have our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Karen Garza. Our Deputy Superintendent, Dr. Steve Lockard. Our Chief Operating Officer, Susan Quinn. Our Assistant Superintendent for Special Services, Dr. Jane Lipp. Assistant Superintendent for Information Technology, Mary Beth Lefglass. We have our Interim Assistant Superintendent for Human Resources, Susan Marks, Dr. Marks. Our Assistant Superintendent for Financial Services, Kristen Michael. Assistant Superintendent for Facilities and Transportation Services, Jeff Plattenberg. Our Assistant Superintendent for Region 1 Schools, Mr. Douglas Tyson. The Assistant Superintendent for Region 3 Schools, Mr. Terry Dade. And our Assistant Superintendent for Region 5 Schools, Dr. Francis Ivey. Thank you all for being here this evening. Later in the ceremony, some of our leadership team members will honor our retirees by reading their profiles. Now, we've honored our guests here. Now we're going to honor some more of our guests. We'd like to honor the friends and family members and principals or supervisors for supporting our retirees as they gave their time, talent, and energy to the children of Fairfax County. So if you're here supporting our retirees this evening, would you please stand? All of those people are here for you tonight. That says something about you and what you were and who you are at Fairfax County Public Schools. So other people that I need to recognize, lots of recognitions tonight, just to let you know. Scott Poole, who's the principal of Woodson High School, we're grateful for the support of his staff. We'd like to thank our FCPS food services team for that great reception in the other room this evening. They always do a great job with the food. We'd like to also thank Keith Owens and the Jazz Guitar Combo from West Springfield High School who performed during the reception. They're our standing group, and so we always get to hear them. They do a great job. And finally, I'd like to thank the Retirement Committee, members and volunteers who worked very hard to make this evening very special. You've seen them all around this evening, asking you if you needed help, giving you help with directions. So again, we'd like to thank them for all of their efforts for making this evening very special. So whether your career path led you to be a bus driver, food service worker, a custodian, a teacher, an administrator, or to serve in one of many other instructional or support positions, tonight you have all played an integral role in the success of Fairfax County Public Schools. You've all made a difference for our children, which makes you part of the fabric of Fairfax County Public Schools. You will always be a member of our family, not just for the work you accomplished, but for the legacy you leave behind. And just to remind you of this, you're going to receive a check from us every single month. We just want to remind you of that. And so now it gives me great pleasure to introduce the Superintendent of Schools for a few comments, Dr. Karen Garza.
Good evening and welcome to our fall retirement ceremony. We are here tonight to honor you, and I will tell you, it gives me it's just definitely a distinct honor and privilege to have an opportunity to get to interact and visit with some of you tonight during the wonderful reception that was hosted earlier. I will tell you, it's a humbling experience to have the opportunity to visit with FCPS employees so dedicated to our school system and the children that we serve. I will say that we are so grateful for your service, and I hope that you will always be proud to have been a part of FCPS. Our tradition of excellence and these wonderful schools that we're so proud of, you played a major part in helping that to happen, and your legacy will continue for many, many years to come. I look throughout the room and I just know your impact is great. And we're so appreciative of your dedication and your service. I also want to tell you how much it's been an honor and a privilege to meet some of your family members tonight, and so glad they're here with you. We all know that the great work we do, that very important work that we do in service to children, oftentimes cannot be done extraordinarily well without this wonderful family and support that we so enjoy. I know all of you enjoy. And so again, tonight, I don't even know what my script said. I just want you to know. And I'm going to get in trouble probably for not following the script at some point. I was just so moved tonight to have the opportunity to get to visit with all of you and just want you to know how deeply grateful we are for your service. We hope that you will stay close to us. I know many of you said, I just don't want to let go. There are things I feel like I can continue to do. Just know that there's always a place for you in FCPS in working with our children, in working and supporting others who are coming behind you and standing on your shoulders. So again, on behalf of our entire school system, thank you for your service. Thank you for your what all of you have done to make our school system the great system that it is and the one that we're so deeply proud of. Now it's my pleasure to introduce to you Pat Hines, our chairman of our Fairfax County Public School Board and Hunter Mill representative. Thank you very much and enjoy the evening.
Well, good evening. You know, of all the ceremonial things that the school board chair gets to do, I think this is probably one of my favorites, to be able to represent the board and celebrating with you your legacy, as Dr. Garza just said, to this school system and your opportunity to move on. The happiest people I know are retired teachers. And if you think about it, every day they wake up is like that first day of summer vacation. Every day, that wonderful feeling every day. And I run into them all the time as a former teacher myself in the school system, and they're in book clubs, and they're taking college classes for free, and they're visiting with grandkids, and they're walking, and they look 10 years younger than the last time I saw them when they were working. They're having a great life, and I'm sure that you all have that to look forward to as well. I think one of the reasons, my theory, is that they're so happy is also because they know that they have really earned this. Not only because of how hard the jobs are. And I'm not just talking about teachers here. Obviously, we have people who've done many really important jobs in the school system. But they've earned it also in the sense that they have spent their working life serving the community, making life better for children, making life better for families, for their colleagues, and for the whole community. So I think that you all should just pat yourself on the back one more time before you leave here tonight. And I hope that that gives you some joy in your retirement as well, that you can look back on a career that was really, really important to this community. The other thing I have noticed is that the retirees stay active, and as Dr. Garza just said, we need your expertise, we need your time, volunteer, come and help at the schools, mentor. There are so many opportunities. I was at one of the schools in Vienna recently, one that I taught at actually, and as I was standing in the office there, 2 former teachers, retirees, came into the office and they were subbing that day, so nobody ever really retires, it seems like, around here, which is a good thing. So when you're ready, come back. We'll be looking for you. And again, just on behalf of the school board, I want to thank you for all your years of service. I want to congratulate you and also welcome you to your endless summer.
So we'd like to thank Dr. Garza and Ms. Hines for those words. So now I'm going to ask Dr. Garza and Dr. Lockard to come up and take their places. So Dr. Garza, if you'll come here. Dr. Lockard will take his place here. And I'm going to ask the school members to come up to the front to form a receiving line. And while everyone's taking their places, I'm going to explain how this is going to work tonight. So each retiree, you're going to come up here, and you're going to receive your award from Dr. Lockard. I'll get your card so I can get your names pronounced right. I was told this evening by Mr. McElveen to not mess up on the names, so I will try not to mess up on the names. Then each of you will get your picture taken with Dr. Garza, and you'll follow through the receiving line with the school board. And here's what you're getting tonight. If you are with us for 9 years or fewer, you're going to get a certificate. If you've been with Fairfax County for anywhere between 10 and 24 years, you're going to get a wonderful plaque. And if you've been with us for 25 years or more, you're going to get an engraved clock, noting your service to FCPS. So do we have that this evening? Fantastic. With that, we're going to have our first leadership team member come to the podium this evening, and that is Mr. Douglas Tyson. Please join me in welcoming him to the podium. So, Marion M. Osborne, 7 years.
Marion is a cafeteria worker at Madison High School. She has served FCPS as a cashier in the James Madison High School cafeteria. She greatly enjoyed her work, especially the time she spent serving the students and working with the other cafeteria staff. She says by working together, she and her colleagues made it through the grand menu transition, which required every full meal to include a fruit or vegetable. Marion's dedication and positive attitude will be missed, and even though you're leaving, Marion, we're still going to serve fruit or vegetables. Congratulations to Marion.
Philip Foss, 10 years.
Philip is a bus driver. Prior to driving a school bus for Fairfax County, Philip had a variety of other careers, including being a surveyor in Vietnam in the U.S. Navy Seabees, being a commercial photographer in Chicago, and a technical salesperson for the Eastman Kodak Company. Philip says that the 10 years that he has spent driving the bus for special needs students were by far the most personally rewarding. Thank you for your service, Philip. Philip Foss.
Terry Palmer, 10 years.
When Terry began teaching high school English at the age of 21, her biggest challenge was being mistaken for one of the students. Oh, after taking time off to raise a family, she happily returned to teaching as a reading specialist in Florida and California, passionate about connecting middle school students with books. During her 10 years at Rachel Carson, Terry took pride in always being a high-quality teacher who truly cared about her students' learning. Congratulations, Terry, and it's still hard to tell you from the students.
Arnold L. Ambers, 11 years.
Arnold would like to share this letter from a parent. Quote, "We wanted to take this opportunity to thank you for taking care of our daughter for the past 2 years. She was so excited to see you back driving her route this year. Last year was her first time in public school, her first time on a bus, and you made it feel so safe for her and for us. We are so grateful you have watched over her and kept her safe. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts for taking your job so seriously and making her trips back and forth so enjoyable." Congratulations to Arnold Ambers.
Wuna C2, 12 years.
Wununu is a career switcher who came to work in Fairfax County Public Schools after spending 25 years in the electrical engineering field. He migrated from Burma in 2002 under a diversity visa program. After a year of working as a substitute teacher, he became an instructional assistant for the autism classes at Aldrin Elementary School. For the past 11 years, he has been at Cardinal Forest Elementary. Thank you for your service, Wunu, and congratulations on your retirement.
Frank R. Carboni, 13 years.
When Frank retired after a 35-year career, his youngest son was still in elementary school, and his wife was providing daycare for their grandchildren. So travel and other activities usually available to retirees were not an option. Driving a school bus seemed like a good fit. Having commuted downtown for 30 years, he was used to getting up at 5 a.m., and while driving a bus, he would get time off at midday and in the summers to pursue other interests. What started as a one-year trial became a 13-year career, but he's now retiring for a second time and permanently. Take a break, Frank. Enjoy it.
Diana Wilson, 13 years.
After 9/11, Diana was scared, sad, and then angry. Her graphic design business of 35 years ended because no clients wanted to fly or plan ahead. It was a scary time then, and sometimes it still is. Fairfax County Public Schools was the only place that would hire an over 55-year-old without telling her how overqualified she was. Diana feels so grateful for that. Thank you for 13 fun years, and thank you, Diana, for driving a bus so safely during that time. Congratulations.
Adjoa Amuoko.
Adjoa started working in custodial services at Kings Glen Elementary School in 2001. Later, she transferred to West Potomac High School, where she spent 14 years before finally retiring. She greatly enjoyed working with her fellow custodial staff members and other school employees. Because her name pronunciation was such a tongue twister, who would know that? Her colleagues gave her the name Charlene. We thank you for your dedicated service and wish you the best in retirement. I'm going to pronounce it right. Adjoa Charlene, congratulations.
We now welcome our next reader, Dr. Francis Ivy, to the podium. And now we have Deborah Nagy, 14 years.
Debbie's parents and grandparents were Texas teachers and principals, and after pursuing other paths after college, Debbie eventually settled down to teaching in Virginia. At Mountain View Alternative High School, she found an exceptional community that offered students second chances at success. She enjoyed 12 years as a math teacher there. Congratulations and best wishes on a well-deserved retirement, Debbie.
Catherine E. Atanasov, 15 years.
Catherine would like to share this note from a dear colleague. These words describe Catherine: kind, advocate for children, tender, humorous, and yearns to give. She is someone who doesn't look at what the child can't do, but rather what he or she can do. Her students love her. She can juggle different languages and different cultures all at the same time and make it look easy. She is our wonderful ESOL teacher. Congratulations, Catherine.
Diane Helfrich, 15 years.
Diane reminisces on her teaching career with appreciation for students, parents, and colleagues who've enriched her life. She's well known in the Hunt Valley community as the master teacher in first grade and kindergarten. Every day, she demonstrated her conviction to providing a safe, fun, and intellectually stimulating environment. Diane is reluctantly retiring due to health issues, but leaves with gratefulness in her heart for being an important link in each child's chain of learning. Best wishes, Diane.
Karen Pida, 15 years.
Karen finished college later in life and then taught ESOL. She was well suited to meet the needs of English language learners because her middle school years were spent moving overseas and changing homes, schools, and languages. Karen loved everything about working with this population, whether individually, in small groups, or as support in the classroom as an assistant or co-teacher. She really connected with them and says she misses them dearly. Thank you for your dedication, Karen.
Joyce T. Ramos, 18 years.
In 1990, a stay-at-home mom decided to volunteer in the library of her children's elementary school. Her children said it was okay to work there as long as she did not follow them into high school, middle school, or high school. Joyce retired as a library assistant from Mount Vernon High School long after her children had graduated. Her love of helping and working with students and with staff has left her with many fond memories in her career with FCPS.
Carolyn E. Smith, 18 years.
Carolyn started working for the county on September 9, 1997. Over the years, she has driven in and out of many schools, including Mantua and Frost Elementaries, but Ravensworth Elementary and Woodson High School were two of her favorite schools. She had many friends there who worked as a team to help each other when needed. She says she really enjoyed her years spent working for the county and truly misses it. We thank you for your service, Carolyn.
And now we're going to welcome our next greeter, Susan Quinn. And now Tammy Watts, 18 years.
Tammy would like to share the following notes by her former supervisor. It's all in the details, and you are making such a difference. The way you get things managed so calmly and skillfully has moved our team into a whole new league. Thank you for everything that you do so well. It is making a world of difference for me. I am so proud to be a part of a team where we don't consider no to be an option. Thank you for making this happen. Congratulations, Tammy.
Mark Carpenter Arpa, 19 years.
After working 5 years in an accounting firm, then 13 years with the government, working for Fairfax County Public Schools was like paradise. Mark greatly enjoyed how well-managed and employee-oriented our school system is. He feels that working with special education students was so emotionally and spiritually rewarding that he wishes he could have started working here 38 years earlier. We thank you for your dedicated service, Mark. Congratulations.
Maria Cruz, 20 years.
I'm going to wait for my cue. I don't have one. Thank you. Maria has dedicated the past 20 years to ensuring that Frost Middle School was a clean and safe environment for staff and students. What she loved best about her job was working with the students and staff at Frost. She says working for Fairfax County Public Schools was the best job she could have asked for. Since retiring, she does miss coming in to work every day and working with students and colleagues, but she is enjoying her time off at home. Thank you for your service, Maria, and congratulations on your retirement.
Thank you. Shung Pham, 20 years.
Swang says he has truly loved the time he spent working on the custodial staff at Westfield High School. He says his colleagues on his team and the entire staff at Westfield feel like one big family. Thanks to his dedication and incredible work ethic, the school was a safe and inviting space for staff and students to work and learn. He will be missed by his Westfield family. Congratulations on your retirement, Swang.
Jean Mays Robinson, 20 years.
Jean was a school psychologist for 20 years with FCPS. She served as president and treasurer of Fairfax Association of School Psychologists and as a school representative to Fairfax Education Association. She also served several years as a leader on a crisis team, addressing the needs of grieving staff and students. Jean is looking forward to replacing the school psych testing kits with vacation bags. Congratulations, Jean.
Rosaline Sutton Tomash, 20 years.
After graduating from Fairfax County Stewart High School, Rose pursued a degree in social welfare, worked for a juvenile court, and began a career with the U.S. Congress. She returned to FCPS as a volunteer in her son's schools, where she discovered her passion for teaching. Rose became a special education teacher and has continuously advocated for the success of all students. Now retired, she carries with her wonderful memories of fulfilling career. Congratulations, Rose.
Anna Yu, 20 years.
Throughout all the years Anna has been working in food services at Fairfax County Public Schools, her favorite memories are watching all of the children grow up through each grade level from kindergarten to 6th grade. As they advance, they flourish in becoming amazing children ready to enter middle school. Anna says the opportunity to witness this has been an incredible experience. Congratulations, Anna.
Lin Trong Nguyen, 21 years, excuse me.
Lynn would like to share this note from a former principal. You worked hard at Daniels Run, and I've always appreciated your effort and dedication. It is an incredible challenge to keep a school clean and safe, and I just wanted to take this opportunity to say thank you for the support you gave me when I was your principal. Thank you for your service and best wishes in your retirement. Congratulations, Lynn.
Shelley Prince, 21 years.
Shelley spent most of her career as a counselor at Parklawn Elementary School, where she worked with students, faculty, and staff, and an award-winning mentor program. Her last 7 years with FCPS were spent in the central office as a mental work specialist. In her last year, over 150 schools and 7,000 students participated in the Mental Works program. Congratulations, Shelley.
And now we'll introduce our next reader, Kristen Michael. And with that, we have Priscilla Bromberg, 22 years.
From office assistant to executive administrative assistant, from Mantua to Annandale to Sprague Center. Priscilla mastered the art of ensuring the smooth and efficient operations of school and administrative offices every step of the way. For more than 22 years, her soft-spoken nature, professionalism, grace, humor, and abundance of patience have served her well. While she'll miss her work and its challenges, most of all, she will miss her people, her FCPS family. Congratulations, Priscilla.
Richard Karavitas, 22 years.
Richard is a true student of history. He brings the subject to life through his own experiences and his vast knowledge of the subject. He arranged many special trips he called History on Location that bolstered the background knowledge for his multicultural and multilingual classes. Students greatly appreciated the rigor that Richard provided. Congratulations, Richard.
Bibi Kearney, 22 years.
Bibi's 22 years with FCPS have been spent teaching at Kilmer Center and at Wolf Trap Elementary School. She deeply cherishes the many memories she takes with her of loving and being loved by all of the children she taught. She says teaching these children was a great blessing in her life. Thank you for your service, Bibi, and congratulations on your retirement.
Cheryl Leffler, 23 years.
Cheryl has enjoyed educating multiple age groups. She started teaching Russian at Colorado College and then taught children with disabilities in South Dakota. Next, she instructed Korean students and American preschoolers in Seoul. Finally, she worked with junior high AVID and elementary ESOL students in Fairfax. She says it's been a privilege to work with so many individuals from different countries, cultures, and language backgrounds. Congratulations, Cheryl, on your retirement.
Sharon Martin, 25 years.
Sharon would like to share this note of appreciation from a parent. Thank you for all you do for every child and family at Willow Springs Elementary. I vividly remember the day I came to register my son. You were so helpful with guiding me through the paperwork, and my son loved your basket of books and toys. Thank you for making our first experience at Willow Springs such a positive one. Congratulations, Sharon.
Patricia Potter, 25 years.
Pat would like to share this note from a parent. Best week ever. That's what my third grader exclaimed after his first 4 days in Mrs. Potter's class. Energetic, funny, creative, and patient. These are adjectives former parents and students use to describe Pat. Now 20, my son views his years with Mrs. Potter as life-changing. She still reigns as his favorite teacher ever. Thank you, Pat Potter.
Mary W. Straub, 25 years.
So many families from all over the world have come to Fairfax County for a better life, and specifically for a better education for their children. They've often come from situations beyond our imagination. Mary says it's been a privilege and a joy to teach ESOL students for the past 24 years. She feels blessed to have known them and their brave parents. They enrich our schools and our communities. Congratulations, Mary Straub.
And we introduce our next reader to the podium, Terry Dade. And our next retiree is Gilma Molina, 26 years.
Gilma's journey of 26 years with Fairfax County and FCPS took her through various agencies and was filled with challenges and variety, from processing personal property tax documents in the Office of Assessments to helping new county residents navigate the application process to enter the Advanced Academics program. Gilma looks forward to enjoying her free time at the beach and doing volunteer work and fitness activities. Congratulations, Gilma.
Francine Nelson, 26 years.
Francine began her work as an after-school program specialist at South County Secondary School. She was required to build a program for middle school students from the ground up. For 10 years, she developed and designed programs, hired people, collected and compiled data, as well as budgeting for the evidence-based program. Woo! It was very rewarding, but now she can finally breathe again. Congratulations, Francine, and thank you.
Lily O'Donnell, 26 years.
Lily's career began in transportation, but she soon became an influential public health assistant at Key Center and finished her career at Edison High School as a beloved instructional assistant. Throughout Lily's career in special education, it's always been about the children and about her colleagues who devoted their livelihoods to those children. She's saddened yet honored to pass on the baton to the next generation of caretakers. Congratulations, Lily.
Dawn Marie Shiflett, 26 years.
In 1989, after 10 years as a hairdresser, Dawn felt called out of that job and into the bus, knowing this was best for her family. She loved driving her big yellow box and greeting the students every morning, knowing that she had the opportunity to encourage each one to have a good day. After 26 years, 2 of which were spent as an office assistant at Cameron Elementary School, Dawn is sad to retire due to health issues, but she knows that she will always be a part of the FCPS family. Thank you very much, Dawn Marie.
Patricia Wilson, 27 years.
Patricia has spent her career as an educator of students age 18 through 22 with intellectual disabilities. Teaching these students life skills and social skills has proved to be a very, very rewarding job. The things she learned from them and what they amplified back are what made the year she spent working at the Davis Center truly worth it. She will miss all of the wonderful staff and students she worked with over the years. Thank you very much, Patricia.
Julie Cochran, 28 years.
Julie remembers fondly starting her career in special education transportation in September 1987, when she began as attendant with a driver named Roland Morgan in a van-style bus, and Buddy Lynch was the coordinator for special education transportation. She says she and Roland made a great team together for 3 years. Julie's preschool runs were her favorite because the students were always laughing. Thank you for your dedicated service, Julie. We sincerely appreciate your years of service. Thank you.
Diane Harrison, 28 years.
Diane graduated from Chantilly and wanted to teach in FCPS. In 1987, she started teaching at Herndon Elementary, where I went to school, and then Drainsville. In 1996, she became a pyramid technology training specialist and then an instructional technology specialist. She has been an integral to several FCPS initiatives, Vanguard teams at all middle schools, student use of VoiceThread, bring your own device. Diane's knowledge made her a respected leader. Her 28 years of education passion have made a difference in FCPS. Thank you very much, Diane.
We'll welcome our next reader, Mr. Jeff Plattenberg. And our next retiree is Grace Constantino, 29 years.
Grace began her career in FCPS in 1986 as a special education teacher. For over 14 years, she worked with students at the elementary, middle, and high school levels. Her love of technology and its impact on learning led her to become a school-based technology specialist and ultimately an educational specialist in instructional technology. She has enjoyed her FCPS journey and is looking forward to a new journey with her soon-to-arrive first grandchild. Congratulations, Grace.
Willard Whittington, 29 years.
Willie says his career as a building supervisor at FCPS has been the most eventful experience of his life, the best career he ever could have asked for. He started in an elementary school and ended up in a high school. He is thankful to all of the different people that helped him be successful throughout his many years in the school system. Willie says he couldn't have done it without the many great teams he worked with. Thank you, Willie, for all of your service to FCPS.
George P. Garlick, 30 years.
George feels privileged to have taught thousands of students who genuinely seem to enjoy learning. He's thankful to have also worked with many dedicated and talented teacher colleagues. He only regrets that they were not his teachers when he was a student. The administrators George served under were inspirational and made his job thoroughly enjoyable. He and his wife, who is also a retired FCPS teacher, frequently comment on how fortunate they are to have taught in such a fantastic school system. Congratulations, George.
Arlene Louise Murdoch, 30 years.
While she was still a first grader herself, Arlene declared that she wanted to be a first grade teacher. She never wavered. With that simple declaration, she set the course for a career that has spanned nearly 40 years in the service in 3 states, with the last 30 years spent at Terra Center Elementary in Fairfax County. Over those many years, she has never lost her love for teaching, nor her devotion to her students. Congratulations, Arlene.
Diane Scarr, 30 years.
Diane has spent most of her FCPS career as a finance technician right here in Cavalier Central Woodson High School, where she also had graduated from. With nearly 30 years under her belt, she says it's time to move on. What she will miss most in her retirement is camaraderie that she shares with her colleagues here at Woodson. And of course, she'll savor getting a paycheck and not having to get up at 0:30 to earn it. Thanks for the memories, Diane.
Sandy Domblaskas, 31 years.
Sandy has worked for over 31 years as a special education teacher at Burke Center, White Oaks, and Deer Park Elementary. She's thankful to have had the privilege of learning from so many dedicated colleagues. Through her gift of kindness, she has provided a safe, loving environment in which her students have not only achieved academically, but felt they mattered as individuals. She will always hold her students close to her heart. Thank you so much, Sandy, for your service.
Susie Powell, 31 years.
Susie leaves FCPS with fond memories. She opened Armstrong Elementary as a 3rd grade teacher and then went on to teach the alcohol and drug seminar. Yes, FCPS paid her to do drugs. She worked as a specialist in the Office of Employee Performance and served as an assistant principal in a total of 4 schools, both middle and elementary. Throughout these experiences, it has been the relationships with the students, staff, parents, and others that have enabled her to leave her mark on FCPS. Thank you for your service, Susie.
Rob Sanders, 31 years.
In total, Rob has spent 43 years in FCPS. The first 12 were as a student, and then in 1985, he joined the staff of Mount Vernon High as a chemistry teacher and a coach. He became an assistant principal in 1992, serving at Oakton, Mount Vernon, Sandburg, and Langley, before becoming an associate principal at South County and Lake Braddock. Thank you, Rob, for your dedicated leadership. Congratulations on your retirement, and all the best for you after being a Western Suburbs Rugby Football Club player whom I had the pleasure of playing with.
And our next reader is Jane Lip, Dr. Lip. And our next retiree is Mary Ellen Hook, 32 years.
Mary Ellen is a graduate a parent of 2 graduates, and now a retired employee of Fairfax County Public Schools. She began her career at Woodlawn Elementary School and moved to Security and Risk Management. From there, she then landed in the Cluster 5 office and finally the school board office. She feels very proud to have been associated with FCPS. There you go. In each capacity. As you can see, the school board will miss Mary Ellen, and we all wish her the best in her retirement. She is beloved.
Donna King, 32 years.
Donna started driving a school bus because she could bring her children with her. At the time, her youngest was just 1 year old. The next thing she knew, her youngest had graduated from college, gotten married, and had her own baby, who Donna also took care of on her bus. She has thoroughly enjoyed these 32 years, and she will never forget all of the wonderful individuals she's worked with. Congratulations, Donna.
Mike Kowalski, 32 years.
Michael began his career with FCPS as a teacher at Edison and Fairfax High Schools, where he stayed for 10 years. In addition to teaching, he also coached football, girls gymnastics, and softball. He moved on to teach AP classes at Oakton and Herndon High Schools. Next, he served as project coordinator for Instructional Management System and Director of Instructional Technology Services. And he finishes his distinguished FCPS career as an administrator for the online campus. Congratulations, Mike.
Monica Eldica Martin, 33 years.
Monica would like to share this special note from a colleague. My initial impressions of the string program was shaped mostly by the chaotic stockpile of instruments lining my classroom floor and by the masses of students scurrying down the hallway, thumping and bumping their way to Miss Martin's string class. How she ever managed to teach those eager young musicians to play such beautiful rhapsodies is nothing short of magical. Monica Martin, ever passionate about her craft, will always be remembered for holding her students to the highest expectations and creating a symphonic masterpiece concert after concert. Congratulations, Monica.
Martha Pacheco, 37 years.
Martha would like to share this note from her vice principal. Martha has been such a valuable member of our school community at Frost. For her retirement send-off, we wanted more information about her, so we scrolled through her personnel files and discovered that her employment record at Frost had outlasted the filing system. In fact, she has served under every principal Frost has ever had. She touched many members at Frost through the years, and we already miss her. Congratulations, Martha.
Betty J. Robertson, 37 years.
Betty started as a bus attendant on September 6, 1977. Through the years, she has won numerous awards, including the On Thank Award. She has enjoyed interacting with students and helping them by making their ride to and from school enjoyable. Among her many efforts to support the special students and the schools she has served were the many fundraisers she organized. She enjoyed the friendships she developed with her fellow workers, especially those that were forged during the years she spent serving on the advisory board. Congratulations, Betty.
And our last honoree of the evening with 44 years. Judy Bounds.
Judy's FCPS career began at Herndon High School as an English teacher and drill team founder. From there, she went on to Hughes Middle School as the theater teacher before a first short-lived retirement in 1996. Next, it was on to instructional services that summer as theater and dance specialist, where she stayed until retiring this July. She co-founded the Cappies with Bill Strauss in 1999 and continues as its international director. She is looking forward to spending more time with her wonderful husband, 5 stepchildren, and 10 grandchildren. Congratulations, Dame Judy.
And so as I look out tonight, it's really more than just the certificates. It's more than the plaques. It's more than the clocks and the boxes that you received tonight. It's really about the stories. And I think that we need to give your stories another round of applause. They were just amazing. And we'd like to thank all of the friends, family members, supervisors, principals who came out to hear all of your wonderful stories. Because tonight was your night, and tonight was an evening where we honored you. We'd like to thank you all for coming this evening. Please drive safely, and we'll do this all again this spring. Thanks, everyone.